Hello everyone! So, you might be asking yourself, Faith, this is a stupid topic. Why in the world are you talking about this? I completely disagree. Let me tell you why. It's pretty simple. Nobody told me these things before I did this to myself, so I am here to save you from yourself. I personally feel that everyone in the world with longer hair has considered what they would look like with bangs. So if you are considering it, if you've ever wondered what you would look like with bangs, just hear me out. That's all I'm asking, just hear me out. So I'm going to start off by giving you a little antidote why I look like this now. So allow me to set the scene. It was, I think, February of 2020. I was at home with one of my really good friends, and she saw a TikTok of some girl cutting her hair. So we decided we wanted to do it. We went into my mother's bathroom and grabbed the scissors. And neither one of my parents were home, so no one was there to tell me that I was being stupid and that I should not do this. But yeah, by the end of it, we were both sobbing in the mirror, just looking at the world's worst bangs. It was absolutely awful, hilarious, but awful. So, after doing all of my research, I found multiple articles about why bangs are the absolute worst, why no one should get them. And so the first article I had found, it was written by someone named XO Jane as their screen name, and she wrote about things that you need to know before you get bangs. She talked about how it will take a lot of time out of your morning. They do not look good when you wake up. They stick straight up. You look like a bird. She said, like, every morning you're gonna have to get up, blow dry them, straighten them. For me, it personally took about 10 minutes on a good day for them to actually get how I wanted them to. Another thing is, if you cut them yourself, you will end up screwing up at least once. I am the perfect example of what it looks like to screw them up. So, another thing is, you'll never know what you actually look like until you do it. You can put hair in front of your face, you can try, but you will never know how they transform your face until you actually have them. Another thing is, you will have to most likely have to alter your makeup style, because again, they will completely change your face shape will look completely different, so you're gonna have to change a few things up. Another article that I had found was written by Rachel Jacoby, and she talks about exactly how high maintenance they are. I already talked about the amount of time it takes in the morning to get them how you want them, and trimming them. You should get it done by a professional. You never really know how fast your hair grows until they're right in front of your face. So once a month, that can get pricey if it's with a professional, so you probably are going to have to do them yourself. Again, you will screw up. Dry shampoo is going to be your best friend. It's a godsend. They get so oily throughout the day because they're like touching your face. You're constantly touching them with your hands. They get super oily, and so dry shampoo you will fall in love with. Jasmine Glory is another article that I had found, and in that article she talks about proportion. So, if you hate your forehead, stop. You have a great forehead. If you get bangs, they will hide your eyes and they will make your nose look bigger. Yes, they will cause forehead breakouts. The oil from your hair will get onto your face and it will cause breakouts, so that's something to consider. And she actually said on the article that it is the adult version of a bowl cut, so we know how she feels about them. The next article that I had found was written by Emily Holter, and she talks about the actual look of bangs. Oh god, okay. The actual look of them. And the type, like the face shapes that they'll look good on. The only face shape that they might look good on is round or oval. Myself, I have a very square face, hence why they look so awful on me. So they will probably guarantee not look good unless you have a round or oval face. And again, if you don't choose to style them every day, you are going to be rocking a bowl cut. You learn to not really care so much. So you know what? Bowl cuts can be attractive if you let them. Another article that I found that I actually quite enjoyed reading, which was by Kat George, and she talks about the emotional stages of getting them. I have personally been through all of them. It's a roller coaster. So at first, regret. You are going to hate yourself for it. You're going to look completely different. You're not going to like it. Then you're going to be obsessed with them. You're going to love the way they look. You're going to love the change once you get used to it. Next, you're going to be questioning all your decisions, questioning it if it actually looks good or not. And then you will literally become the most annoying person ever. I'm not calling anyone out. I was so annoying. You will constantly want to talk about it, asking people if they look good, asking people what they think. And then, to come to a full circle, you will regret them again. And so, yeah, the next article that I found talks about the grow out period, which is where I am. Written by Krista Joanne Lee and Mackenzie Jean. Oof. So it takes at least 6 months for them to grow out. It's a very awkward time. They don't fit behind your ears, and you don't want them in your face. So it's a very awkward transition, and it can last anywhere up to 6 months, which is a very long time. She also talks about how having them and like having them grow out kind of forces you to be a little bit more creative and like come up with different hairstyles. You can like use different headbands, you can braid them back, it can be super cute. You can definitely hide them. And yeah, to conclude everything, I persuade you not to do it. I think that you should do an extensive amount of research. I think that you should heavily consider it before you do it. Maybe talk to a professional. But overall, do I regret it? Yes. Would I do it again? Probably.